Hi everyone, this is Cami Lewis, Sports Information Coordinator, and welcome back to the SAC Impact. Today I'm joined by Jocelyn Calvillo, a former SAC women's basketball player and a very successful individual. Jocelyn, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Cam.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you on because today I want to switch it up and talk a little bit more about your career because I think it's an interesting one, and I think our student athletes would love to learn more about it. And so, can you just give me a quick breakdown of what you're doing right now, how you got into it, and go from there?
Yeah, sure. So for me, it's kind of been a long journey of just figuring out what I wanted to do. At first, it was kind of sports related. Then I went to the music side of things. But I guess I should start off by saying I got my bachelor's degree in marketing. So pretty much when I had finished school, it was either between sports marketing or music marketing. Um, I had done an internship with you, and then I was also doing another internship on the side for music. So yeah, I finished, and then I had also got some prior experience doing music industry related stuff, and just decided that I wanted to pursue the music stuff. So now I'm with a music marketing agency and love it so far. I graduated last June, so pretty much I've been a year off on my own. But total was about a 6-year journey in college, just figuring out what I wanted to do. But yeah, I've loved every part of it so far.
Yeah, and you talk a little bit about interning with me and kind of seeing both sides of the athletic world, playing at Santa Ana and being in the athletic department. So your experience with me, I know it's a different one, and you kind of see it from a different perspective. What did you take away from that kind of helped you transition into your career now, and trying to figure out what you actually wanted to do?
Yeah. So the stuff you had me doing for you in the internship was super valuable because you had me working at Adobe and doing different stuff, doing photography, videography, um, stuff with the website. And that kind of stuff is universal when it comes to marketing, you need to
Mhm.
learn that kind of stuff. Um, so it was really easy to translate the stuff that I learned from you over to what I'm doing now. Um, and it looks good on my resume. So yeah, I think for me, I still wasn't sure if it was between sports or music, but that last year really helped me figure out what I wanted to do. So I'm really grateful for you giving back and giving me the opportunity to intern at SAC.
Yeah, I think you understood that that's not what you wanted to do. What I do is a little chaotic, but
It's cool though. You have a cool job.
I appreciate my job, and unfortunately, we're not being able to do what we love to do right now. But when we're going, as you saw, it's a fun job to have. It's demanding, but it's just being with student athletes, watching games, and doing that stuff is really fun. So next, I want to kind of transition into back to your playing days, just because you went to Santa Ana right when I was going to Santa Ana, and I know it was a good time for us athletically. You guys, 13, 14 went to the playoffs. You played with a lot of talented girls. So what was your experience like playing with that team, and then also playing under Coach Flo?
Yeah. So honestly, I think playing at Santa Ana College was like my favorite time out of all my 6 years in college. I got along with the girls so well, and forever grateful for that experience. I feel like, well, actually, my best friends now, like most of my friends are because of that experience and going to Santa Ana College and just like mutual friends of teammates. So it's probably like one of the best decisions I ever made was going there. Um, and it was like really a whole family, the guys team, the girls team, we all bonded. Um, so I'm grateful to have had a really good experience there.
Yeah, and I get a lot of the background stories because my wife played with you, and I was there as well your first year, and so it's fun to kind of think back and look back at what happened during that time. One of the questions I love to ask because I think Flo is an interesting coach to play for, and so what's your favorite Coach Flo moment?
Oof, jeez. There's a lot, but there's like one specific one that stands out. So I think it was a preseason game, And it's a funny moment. But Coach Flo, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry, but she she was on the sideline and the benches were like really really close to the line. So she was pretty upset, like yelling at us, and we were running down the court, and she's like pretty much on the sideline, and then the ref just like took her out. But just from memories, that was probably like one of the funniest moments. But as a coach, just her as a person, I always appreciated because she was more of like a mom versus a coach. So overall, that's how I think about her. But if you want to talk about a specific moment, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun with her too, and I appreciate the way she approaches her program too. Every year, she's got academic All-Americans, and you see, the ladies that come out of her program, they have great careers. I know my wife, Lisa, is in a PT program, and there's many more that have been successful. So she does a great job kind of developing that academic side as well.
For sure, yeah. She really cares about us beyond just basketball, and I really appreciate that about her.
Definitely. And so, you had success playing at Santa Ana. You go on to Whittier College and you spend a year there, and then you go to Cal State Fullerton, get your bachelor's in marketing. And now you're working in a place that you really love, and a field that you really love. What would you suggest for a student athlete right now who is looking at, what school should I go to, and, what career should I try to focus on when really you don't know? Like you said, like it was hard to kind of pick one. What suggestions, what tips would you give them to try to figure that out?
Yeah, when I was in that position, I mean, it was tough to figure out, but for me, like I knew I wanted to be in the entertainment space, whether it was
Mhm.
sport, music, whatever it is. So I think kind of just figure out the bigger umbrella of what it is you want to do. Um, and then, as you get through school, you slowly figure out what you want to do. But I always say, if you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion.
Yep.
And if you follow your passions, normally that will lead you the right way. And that's what I did. I just followed my passions.
Awesome. And I'm glad that you had such a great time at Santa Ana College. And, I remember you guys having a good time, and it was a heck of a year, heck of a time, and so I'm grateful for the time that I spent with you, and even, with you working with me at Santa Ana after playing, and so I'm really happy for you, and happy that you got this career that you're really enjoying. So that'll be it for me. And, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And I will say one more thing to
Hmm.
people who don't know what they want to do or whatever. Don't be
Please.
don't be fearful. Like, well, for me in my specific position, it took a lot of networking and putting myself out there and getting to know people, hitting people up on LinkedIn. So really just don't be fearful and go after your passions, no matter how crazy they sound.
Yep, I would agree. All right, well, thank you for joining me, Jocelyn, and I hope you have a good one, and good luck in the rest of your career.
Thanks, Cami. Go down.
Awesome.